can't narcissists take any accountability for their actions? Even when the narcissist does something openly hateful and manipulative towards you, they just can't seem to give you a sincere apology for it. And whatever it is that you caught them doing, most likely that's about 10% of what they're actually doing. A narcissist lives in the moment. And so when you tell them to take accountability for something that they did a few days ago, because that's not actively happening, they cannot put themselves back into that situation to give you an apology. An apology requires a certain amount of empathy that they lack. You have to be willing to say, I can see why I hurt you and I feel your pain and I legitimately am sorry that I was a result of that pain. This does not exist for a narcissist. And sometimes they will even say to you, well, that happened a week ago, that happened a year ago, why are you bringing it up now? At the same time, the narcissist will hold things against you that you've done in the past because they're still feeling the emotions of it in the present. And you think to yourself, why can't they just make that small leap that because they're still feeling pain from something that I've done, that I could still feel pain from something that they've done? Well, they just can't do it. They're not capable of it. Here's a simplified example. If I told you, produce the mathematical formula of the Big Bang Theory right now, you would say, but I don't even know the first step to take to do that. I don't have that information. I don't know how to do that. And if someone was like, well, you can do algebra. If you can do algebra, you can do this math. You're sitting here going, that's not even the same thing. That's like the narcissist. They're just not capable of putting themselves in your shoes. They can't do it. They can't even empathize with their past selves. They can only know how they feel in that moment. And they can't empathize with their future selves either, which is why they're oftentimes very impulsive. It's the reason why they will just blow up at someone who they really depend on, or why they will just quit their job when they need money. And so you can't think of the narcissist through the lens of how you think, because it is so different that you just can't even comprehend it. And for that reason, you should avoid them at all costs and walk away. They are not your problem to fix. Save that for the qualified professionals and just try to avoid these people by...
This is the definition for narcissists. An extremely self-centered person who has a sense of self-importance. Koholayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Achium out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. The definition for narcissists: an extremely self-centered person who has a sense of self-importance. And these are characteristics, traits of the world, of pride, of one's self-importance that we must not have in this walk, in this truth, in this ministry, in this thing of ours. Okay? Again, we're to be humble, to know what humility is, to know what integrity is, to know what it is to be in subjection, in submission to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And these are just some things that we see greatly here in Babylon the Great, that is always being pushed, man, and not only amongst the worldly people that are dead, but also amongst the people in the truth, man. They have a great sense of pride, a great sense of entitlement, okay, because the scriptures state and say of prophecy Okay, which is it is of prophecy that people will have these attributes and these characteristics in these end days, man. Okay, and I'm not talking about the people in the world, because the people in the world are already doomed. They're already, sealed for their destruction. I'm talking about us and the truth. How we need to make sure that we purge these things out and not have any of these things in our spirit or in our mentality. So I'm gonna jump to the book of 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 2. So like in 2 Timothy chapter 3, starting off at verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. Okay, because again, when you were in the world, you thought and spoke highly of yourself. You were very proud, very pompous, very boastful. Okay, you indulged on whatever type of talent you had, your looks, all types of things. And that's a lot of things that also women exalt and acknowledge on how they look. Oh, I'm a bad bitch. I'm this, I'm that. Everybody wants to be with me. I got that WAP, that waterfall. I give out the guap 3000. All these things, man. So as men, we're not supposed to have that type of spirit. And as women, you're not supposed to have that type of spirit. You're not supposed to be talking about, how much better you look than the next sister, or how intimidating you are to another sister. Whatever the case may be, man, you're supposed to be shamefaced. You're supposed to be, not even looking a man in his eyes, man. Not even speaking directly to a man in any way with any ill intent. Okay, and men, we have to be in order too. Okay, just like we state these things with the woman, this also applies for us to learn and to grow and to prosper and to elevate in this truth, man. Okay, because again, this is a characteristic, this is an attribute, these are traits that we are not supposed to have. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boosters, Salakia, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Okay, because to be a narcissist is to be unthankful to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, because he even considered you to give you this truth, to give you this understanding. That shows that you're unholy, unthankful. You're not severed from other nations. You're not purging yourself from this world and conforming and transforming to righteousness, man. You have one foot in the world and one foot in the truth. You're not sincere. Again, you haven't sat back and measured and thought about the cause and the repercussions of your ways, man. Okay? Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers. Okay, again, because you have false accusers amongst our people, men and women. You have men and women that lie on one another. Okay, you have men that'll, when their pride and their dignity, whatever the case may be, feels like they're being disrespected or not treated correctly according to their standards. It's a lot of stuff that comes out about that, man. They have to feel like they're in charge, they're in control, and nobody's above them. Okay, and for you women will lie your ass off, especially when it comes to accountability. Okay, you will lie your ass off when it comes to accountability to make it seem like it was the man's fault, like you were being forced to participate in some type of situation, some type of matter that you really did want to participate in. When all hell comes to the forefront and that judgment comes, you want to blame the opposite person for your practice in that matter. Okay? Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Okay? Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Okay, because we see it in the midst of Israel, man. Everybody professing with their mouths It's like with their mouth, but their works show otherwise. Their spirit show otherwise. Their countenance show otherwise. Their mentality, their thought process, how they perceive and receive things, and how they speak about those matters, they're not right. They're not correct. Okay, let's grab that in the Good News Translation. Okay, because, you know, the time is getting short, man. So the same spirit that you people have that don't want to change, keep that same spirit when Jacob's trouble comes. We'll see if the Lord will deal with you then. Okay? So this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 in the Good News Translation, starting off at verse 2. People will be selfish. Okay? Because everybody's worried. And when you know Salakia, let me say this because it does say in Philippians 2 verse 12, seek out thy own salvation with fear and trembling. But it also says in the scriptures to be brotherly, to have charity, to not hold grudges, to not to seek to avenge yourselves, and amongst other things too, man, to love one another. Okay, so we can't be selfish when it comes to the body and it comes to the elect, man, which we hope and pray to be, man. So to not take accountability, to be a narcissist, to be prideful, to have all these attributes and these characteristics in your spirit, you're not going to make it. Okay, if you spoke highly of yourself in the world when you were 2/3, that's understandable. But if you're still speaking highly of yourself in this truth, when you're supposed to be humble, to understand what humility is, to understand your position, to have a lowly and meek and humble spirit, a contrite spirit, then that's a problem, man. Especially if you're brand new, man. Okay, to be honest with you, men and women, when you're brand new, you should really just be shutting the fuck up and listening, man. You should not run your mouth to any man that's out here sacrificing or doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah truthfully and sincerely, man. Okay? People will be selfish, greedy, boastful, and conceited. Okay, conceited. What does that go into? That goes into speaking highly of yourself. Okay? Oh, I'm the baddest motherfucker all time. You know, like Dave Chappelle said, I'm Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. Here, hold my drink, bitch. You know, and then again, you got women in the world, man, that's talking to you. I'm the baddest bitch. Can't no bitch fuck with me. I'm getting this bag and this and that. You talk like that in the world, but when you come to the truth, you shouldn't have that mentality. You shouldn't still be saying, well, that she's jealous because of how I look. You know, because, you know, I look the best out of all of them and this and that. You should not have that spirit as a man or woman in this truth, man. Seriously. And this is just for edification, man. And if this, if this affects your spirit, hey, man, that must mean something. But if it, again, I speak to myself first and foremost, man. It's supposed to be lowly, meek, and humble. Okay, they will be insulting. Okay, insulting what? Not only in the world, but now in the truth. You should not be insulting anybody. You should not be disrespecting anybody. Okay, and we're going to prove it through scripture, man. If you can't say you sit right here and love Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and you out here disrespecting your brothers or your sisters, and especially the prophets, the ones that's out here sacrificing ourselves, man. We're marked men. Esau knows our IP addresses for our phones, where we at, our names, where we work at, all that. And for you people to really have these characteristics in the truth and to act the way you act, may Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai judge you wicked motherfuckers, man. Seriously. Insulting, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, and irreligious. They will be unkind, merciless, slanders, violent, and fierce. They will hate the good. Man, look, man, this is beautiful. Unkind, merciless, man. But yet you want mercy from the Lord, but you can't show your brother, your sister no mercy. You think it's all about you. You think anything that's spoken against you or done for you to be corrected or whatever the case may be, it's evil or it's wrong. Like you're so goddamn special. Okay? And then you want to slander, because again, when that heat comes on, you want to act like your participation in whatever situation that happened, that you were done wrong, that you didn't do nothing wrong. You're innocent. And that right there is mainly women. That's mainly women, because you bitches, okay? I'm going to speak it how I see it. Because a shameless woman, you should not be shameless in this truth. You should be shamefaced, man. Not bucking up, not running your goddamn mouth, man. Verse 4, they will be treacherous, reckless, and swollen with pride. But you know, the father this, the father that. You know, I know more than the elder apostles of GMS. I know more than this. I know that. I don't need no teachers. I don't need nobody to lead me. I don't follow man. The Lord speaks to me directly. Watch what you're saying, Akia. You know, the Lord's recording it. You know, all these things, man, men and women, how they act in this truth. You know, coming in, you know, you fresh coming in. And you got some people that's, you know, regardless of, it's, you know, you fresh or you new or you old, you know, you shouldn't have this stuff on your spirit, man. Okay? They will love pleasure rather than the Most High. Okay? Well, let's just keep on going, man. Let's jump back to Sirach chapter 1. Sirach chapter 1. I'm going to start off at verse 29. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men. So what does that mean? What does that word hypocrite mean? Let's get the definition of that real quick so we can have a thorough understanding.
Hypocrite.
Hypocrite. It says a person who puts a false appearance. A person who acts in contradiction to his or her stated beliefs or feelings. Okay, a false appearance. So you putting on a mask, man. You showing forth your representative. You showing forth the person that you not was a fucking agent, an actor, man. Let me grab the etymology online. Hypocrite, false pretender to virtue or religion. Okay, stage actor, pretender, dissembler. And that's what a lot of you Israelites are, man. You're fucking hypocrites, man. Because again, how you going to say you fear, you reverence, you love, you're obedient, you're in subjection to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but yet you can't take heed to the instructions. Yet you don't want to follow instructions. You want to buck up. Again, if you're a new person coming in, a younger brother, younger sister, you shouldn't be running your damn mouth, man. You really shouldn't have an opinion. And trust me, I know because I learned from experience, man. It's not only for the women, it's also for the men. It's for both, man. You shouldn't be on the comment board running your mouth, putting up scriptures and saying comments, man. You should just sit back. You should be sitting back and taking notes and learning, man. And if you happen to be in contact with a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and doing the work, you shouldn't be, again, man or women, okay? Both. I'm speaking on both, not just one. You shouldn't be voicing your opinion. You shouldn't be saying, well, you know, what if this and that and everything else? Well, I believe this, I believe that. No, shut the fuck up. That's the problem with you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, and especially you Southern tribe, man. You Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. Okay? Especially the Southern Kingdom, man. Either you're going to get in order, you're just going to get judged, man. Be not an hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed without speakers. Take good heed what you speakers, man. What does it say? What does it says in the book of Sirach 32? I'm going to say, it says, when you're amongst great men, use not many words, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? And trust and believe whether that man, because again, if you're a newcomer in the truth, and I'm speaking on newcomers right now, if you're a newcomer in the truth, and you're conversating, if the Lord is able to give you a chance to conversate with a brother in the truth, whether if you come in the truth, you're in a year, 2 years, and you're speaking to a brother 7, 8, 9, 10 years, that brother's above you. Not to say he's an elder or nothing like that, but he's above you. He's had more experience than you. Okay, and likewise with a sister too. If you have a sister, talking to another sister, she's if she's been in the truth for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, she's above that sister. You can actually learn from that sister. So you really shouldn't be, being vocal with your opinions and vocal with how you feel and how you perceive things. No, you just need to shut the fuck up. Okay? Period. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall. So we don't exalt ourselves. We have a lowly, meek, and humble spirit because the Lord, what did the Lord say? He said the Lord is only dealing with the meek and the humble, and he, Yahweh, shall exalt thee in due time, man. The Lord is going to exalt us, man. We have no need to exalt ourselves. And though, it does say in the scriptures that, a man may, Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 or 4 or 2, one of those verses, Salakia, where it says, a man may look at his other brothers, roughly paraphrasing, as higher than himself. And it also says in, I think it's Proverbs chapter 27, maybe verse 1 or 2 or 3, somewhere around there, where it says, matter of fact, let me see real quick, because I don't like butchering stuff. I don't remember exactly what it says, but let me grab it real quick if that's the right. Yeah, it's Proverbs 27 verse 2. Let another man praise thee, and not thy own mouth. A stranger and not thy own lips. So you shouldn't be praising yourself in its own truth. Yeah, well, when I was in the world, everybody wanted me. I was the baddest bitch. I was raised right, and then I'm in the truth, and they, these sisters, they intimidated by how I look and how I carry myself and everything else. Who the fuck are you? And then you have Jake. Well, I know more than the elder apostles. I know this, I know that. I know this breakdown. I'm real deep. The earth is flat. The moon is a portal. And then when the sun comes out, it transforms and it does this. And the Lord spoke to me directly. He spoke to me. I'm Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Now, come on, man. Niggas is wicked, man. But let's continue, man. Let's go back to Sirach chapter 1. Let me finish off verse 30. And Salakia, I ain't trying to be too long-winded, but the Spirit just on me to bring it out, man. Salakia. Sirach 1 verse 30. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and break dishonor upon thy soul, and the Most High discover thy secrets. Okay, because that also goes into Luke 8 verse 17, I want to say, and Luke 12 verse 2. Okay, what's done in the dark shall come to the light. Continuing on. And cast thee down in the midst of the congregation. He'll make you an example amongst the body of Israel. You'll be exposed, man. Okay? And that's not going to be a good feeling if that happens. Because thou comest not in truth, okay? Not in truth, not sincere, not having humility, not being humble, not being fearful, not understanding what you're involved in, not counting the cost, examining the matter, okay? Examining the matter, okay? To the fear of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but thy heart is full of deceit. Your heart is full of deceit. You ain't right, okay? You still of the world, man. You still got demons plaguing your heart and your spirit, man. Okay? You being deceived, man. Okay, because again, like I said, man, you can't sit right here and say that you love, you fear, you reverence, you're obedient, you're in subjection to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but yet, if a brother corrects you, or if you don't like, if you just don't like a brother, whatever the case may be, or whatever's done between a brother and brother or sister, or sister, or brother or sister, whatever the case may be, what is done, and you have an ill heart towards a brother or a sister, but yet you say, I love the Lord, he's my heavenly father, and this and that, and I fear him, and this and that. That's bullshit. And let's prove it. 1 John chapter 4 verse 20. If a man say, I love Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, okay, because what did Yahweh Shai say? This new commandment I give you, that ye love one another, man. And it's in the commandments for us to love one another. And what does it say? If you love your neighbor, your brother, you have filled the law, man. And, just because you apologize and you continue to do the same shit over and over and over again, you're being disrespectful. You're yelling at your brother. You're degrading and belittling your brother. You're talking down on him. You're disrespecting him. And then you apologize. It's not sincere. It's not truthful. Because you already exposed how you feel. And the only reason why you apologize is because the brother told you, might have said some precept or something like that, and you just, let me apologize real quick so I can have this nigga shut the fuck up and just leave me alone. The Lord sees that and he knows that. The Lord knows our mind, man. Okay? If a man say, I love the Most High, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he have seen, how can he love Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, whom he have not seen? So, again, you're being a hypocrite. You're being an actor, a pretender. You're fake. You're wishy-washy, as they say in the world. Okay? You ain't no true brother or sister. You just another nigga or bitch that know they an Israelite. That's it. Cause man, look, man, when you come in the truth, man, this is not gonna be an easy walk in the park, and it's not gonna be an easy thing to change yourself. Cause look, when you at the plantation, you at the job, you can't buck up against the boss. You'll lose your job. You can't pay your rent, your car note if you got a car note, your car insurance, your electricity, the food, clothes on your back. You won't be able to do that. But yet, when it comes to the brotherhood, to the body, you'll say and do whatever you please, man. But you won't do that to the so-called white man in his structure. You'll bow down to Esau, but you can't bow down to Yahweh Shem Yahushua when it comes to the body, man. A lot of y'all gonna learn the hard way, man. Just keep that same energy that you have right now when Jacob's trouble comes. We'll see if the Lord will deal with you, man. We'll see if you're right when you didn't want to take that accountability, man. We'll see. Okay? Let's see what the law says. And you can't have a quarrel or a conflict with one brother, and especially if it's a personal matter, and then you go to another brother telling you and that brother, especially you fucking women, man. You women, man, are wicked, man. You can't sit right here and go to another brother and tell another brother's business to another brother when you should be going to that brother you have the issue with and speaking to him, to you and him. That's some weird, and that's worldly shit, man. That's worldly shit. Leviticus chapter 19, starting off at verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So, we get rebuked left and right. We rebuked and do forth videos to correct brothers and sisters, but what do? Oh, y'all hating. GMS, the rebuke police, the rebukinator, this and that. That's not love towards your brother. That's not this, that's not that. It is. It's in our law for us to rebuke one another and to not have hate in our heart towards our brother, man. And if we see you going off, we're supposed to reprove you, rebuke you, to not see you suffer in sin, man. Because if we don't, that blood is on our hands for not even saying nothing, man. But again, you have Israelites that can't take rebuke, that feel some type of way. We have, just like we do videos, we show people's faces when we rebuke them for their bullshit doctrine, for them going off and everything else. We put up their face, their videos for the evidence of it. Okay? So it's all right when we do that for everybody else, showing you don't follow this camp, don't follow this person, he's going off, and we put up their face, do a video on them, have they, a clip of their video or their face, whatever the case may be, showing the evidence of it. But yet when it's done to you, it's evil and it's wicked. But yet when it's done to you, it's evil and it's wicked. You are fucking wicked, man. Okay? You are fucking wicked, and you ain't right, man, to literally think doing that is evil and wicked, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. But we see that we have that amongst Israel. Okay? They will bear a grudge. They will avenge through slanders, lies, all types of stuff, man. Okay, but you're not supposed to hold a grudge against your brother because, again, as we just read, you can't have hatred towards your brother. If you have hatred towards your brother, you don't love the Most High. You don't fear the Most High. You're not really in this truth, man. And again, it takes it's a process to learn how to weed these things out, man. but it's something we have to do. Because again, you can't do that shit in the world and think you want to get away with it, man. You can't have that type of energy at the goddamn plantation. You can't have that type of energy if you go to court. Esau ain't gonna play that shit, so you think we should play that shit? But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And a lot of you Israelites don't love yourself, man. A lot of you Israelites do not love yourself, man. And it shows visually, man. It shows through your countenance, how you conduct yourself. It shows, how you speak, your thought process, your health. Okay, and not to, not to make fun of nobody. But if you're overweight or obese, and you know that it's going to come a time, and this is just in general, this is just in general. And again, I'm not making fun of nobody or trying to point the finger or make you feel bad. I promise you sincerely, I'm not. But if you know these things and you know that, Jacob's trouble is going to be a time like never before, where you might have to run, you might have to be a pilgrim, you might want to, take heed to your health. And what you put in your body is very important, And these are just some things that, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to love your brother. That's basically what I'm saying. And that might be some, some things, you want to take heed to, man. The elder apostles, all types of brothers, the elders, elder bishops, all types of brothers do videos on health and certain things, tinctures and juicing and all types of things, supplements you can take and, all types of things, man, to help us out, man. And again, I'm not, trying to make fun of nobody or, point nobody out. I'm just, just trying to be as brotherly as I can, man. And that's what this video is about. It's not about this person or that person, or I'm talking to that person directly. No, I'm just talking to Israel in general, man. These are things that I'm looking at for myself and been looking at for myself, and I'm going to continue to do so. Okay? Because we can't have the characteristics of not taking accountability, to be a narcissist, to be proud. Okay, that's why the clip is in there. All right? This is St. Matthew chapter 6, and I'm going to read verse 14 to 15. For if ye forgive men their trespass, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Okay, that's very important. So we must forgive one another, man. And sincerely and truthfully, man. You can't just say, oh yeah, brother, I forgive you. And then, in your heart and in your spirit, you really don't mean it. You're just saying it to make that brother feel good and to think you're going to, pull a okie doke or pump fake on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You're not going to win. You can't do it. You can't trick the Lord. All right. For if ye forgive men their trespass, your heavenly Father will forgive also. Your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespass, neither will your Father forgive your trespass. So if you're stubborn and you're just an asshole, and that brother did this, that sister did that, just blah blah blah. Hey man, you basically saying you don't want salvation. You basically saying that you're not worthy of what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has been giving you and what he's trying to continue to give you, man. So you're basically saying, push me back out into the war, Father. I don't want to forgive this nigga's sin, so you shouldn't forgive my trespass on what I've been doing before you woke me up into this truth and before my prior sins, man. And that's great amongst a lot of our people, man. Even my family in the world that have done me wrong and that continue to do me wrong, which I don't talk to, I forgave them, man. Not for them, but for myself, sincerely, man. And it doesn't mean that I have to hang out with them, go out there and hit the bar with them, or be involved, or call them or do things. Nah, I don't have to be involved with them. They're in the world. I forgave them, sincerely. Really put it in my spirit to do so, and just moved on, man. Okay, but let's continue. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, and I'm going to read verse 25. The liberal soul. Woo! What does that word liberal mean? Because you have a lot of women saying they're liberal. So what does that word mean? Let's look at that up. The liberal soul. Okay, let's look that word liberal up, because it's a powerful definition. Okay. All right, this is the word liberal. It says willing to respect or accept behavior or opinions different from one's own, open to new ideas. Okay, did you hear that? And also goes into tolerant, progressive, but this is the one that we want. Liberal. Willing to respect or accept behavior or opinions different from one's own, open to new ideas. And that's the type of spirit we have to have coming into this truth, because that will open the uprightness to be directed correctly, to understand our position, to understand what we're involved in, to understand everything that's being taught and how to apply it to our spirit. Okay? Come on, man. I'm going to read it again. This is beautiful. Liberal. Willing to respect or accept behavior or opinion. So, are you able to accept the opinions of the prophets that's being spoken by Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi through his men? Are you able to take direct criticism out of love, whether it's spoken softly or roughly or harshly? Or are you going to act like a fucking punk? Oh, you speak too harsh. Why you got to speak like that, brother? Oh, come on, bro. You ain't got to talk to me like that. You know, we men. Oh, you ain't got to talk to me like that. I'm a woman. Who gives a shit? You have to think at the end of the day, however the message is getting delivered, whether it's, you know, a conversation, a rebuke, or just edification coming out, it's the Lord speaking through that man. Okay? Let's read the scripture. Okay, Proverbs 11 verse 25. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. Did you hear that? The liberal soul shall be made fat. And why is that? Because that liberal soul has taken heed to that definition that we read. Okay, willing to respect. And that's very important. Respect. And that's another characteristic you must have in this truth. First and foremost, to Yahweh, Yahawashi, Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, and also to his men. You have to get in line. You have to get in order. You have to be in submission to this righteousness of Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi, man. Okay? Can't be butthurt, man. Okay, and the more that you take heed, the more that you will be watered. You will be edified. You will increase. You will grow. You will prosper. You will progress from that mustard seed into a great, great tree. You will be elevated by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Now let's close out. And you know, I don't want to wrap this out, man. I hope and I pray that you true, sincere Akim Wa Akwaf is getting something out of this. And again, this is just an edifying lesson. I'm not pinpointing this towards nobody, just, you know, to clarify that. But if you feel some type of way about it, hey man, check the spirit. Okay? Because I feel some type of way about it too, so I need to check my spirit. All right? Hebrews chapter 13, starting off at verse 16. But to do good, because isn't that what we're looking to do? To do good, right? And to do what's well pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi and acceptable in his eyes. Not in our own, but in his. But to do good and to communicate. Communicate is the key. You must communicate one to another. You must not have a spirit of ducking and hiding and fleeing. Because again, you can't do that at the plantation. You can't do that when you got mouths to feed at the house, when you got rent to pay, bills to pay, clothes to put on backs. You can't, you know, if you got an issue with at work, or if you go into court, you can't just sit right there and not communicate. You got to communicate to your lawyer if you got one, right? If the judge is talking to you, you got to communicate, right? If the police pull you over, you can't just sit right there and duck and hide and put a cover over your head in the damn seat. When you go to the grocery store and you're getting groceries and everything, you can't run up to the self checkout or the regular checkout and not communicate, whether it's verbally or physically, man. You have to communicate, man. Okay? But to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices, what are you sacrificing? Or are you just selfish as shit? What is it, man? Because the Lord sees all and he knows what you're doing. He knows your spirit, man. For with such sacrifices, the Most High is well pleased. So it's, we got to continue to seek righteousness, seek to walk uprightly, seek to communicate in every single aspect in this truth to brothers, to sisters, to not duck and hide, to not, be in the shadows, to not be consumed in your own thoughts, consumed in your own self, man. You're not taking heed to none of the instructions, man. Verse 17, obey them that have rule over you. And who has rule over you? Of course, we know Esau's in charge, but this is talking about the men that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua set up. Okay? Obey them, not just one brother, not just, of course, we obey and reverence and acknowledge the elder apostles, elder bishops, and the up and coming elders, but it's talking about the whole body. The whole body of the men that sacrifice and that are sincere in doing the work, man. That's above you, man. That's the ones that are feeding you, the ones that the Lord is speaking through. Okay? Obey them that have rule over you and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls. We watch for your souls, man. We take heed. We're sacrificing. Our sacrifice is big. Again, we're marked. Esau knows everything about the prophets, our names, our social securities, birth certificates, where we're at, the IP addresses, all that, where we work at, everything, where we live at, man. So why would you not have respect for those men that are literally sacrificing everything that can be taken from them in a blink of an eye, man? Esau could bust this door open right now and take my ass away, man, and put me to death, man. But you motherfuckers don't think about that. You want to disrespect and slander the prophets, man. And the prophets out here sacrificing themselves. Just because you watching videos and taking notes. Hey, man, look, man. You better wake the fuck up, man. You Israelites better wake up, man. And stop fucking around, man. We're doing this, man. We do everything for the elect's sake, as it states in the scriptures, man. But that ain't enough, though. For they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy. And we love doing this truth with joy, man. This is the only thing that makes us happy. And I know damn sure for myself, this is the only thing that makes me happy, man. I've thrived to do this, man. I feel alive being in this truth, man. Speaking these words, man. Going hard for y'all about Shem Yahushua, man. Having devotion, man. Being sincere. Being humble, lowly, meek, fearful towards my power, man. And not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you, man. So we ain't going to complain, man. But we're going to correct, we're going to direct, and we're going to let everybody know how it need to go, man. How it needs to go and how it is going to go according to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. So I don't want to rot to Zah, man. I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Akim Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Kol Holayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rekat Kodash, Watha Wada, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rekat Kodash, for putting the spirit on me my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. I don't want Ratazah until the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.